who is currently top of the Australian Grand Prix rankings, as Ryder looks to book a return ticket to the World Championship in December at the Alexandra Palace against a man who's won there twice.
Well, he's very experienced. He's Ryder. Won't be frightened of Adrian Lewis.
140.
Adrian Lewis is going to turn up. You talk about this young man's talent, but the one thing he has lost to is that consistency. You know, he fires off so many brilliant legs, but then all of a sudden he's been going off the boil in games, and it's been costing him the win. So he needs to stay focused against Ryder, because Ryder will be up for this one.
Lewis here.
140.
Second 140 in the leg and being pushed all the way. Possibility of an 11-darter. Adrian Lewis, still only 30, you know. And you consider all that he's achieved so far in his young career and
60.
the years that are ahead of him. We'll look at the ball for double 16, double 8.
66.
Well, up until those last two darts, it was a pretty good leg from Lewis. He knows he will return, but two sloppy darts at the doubles.
Lewis missed two darts at the double. This will be 4-13. A nice start. 13 darts it is. And when you think about it, Stu, Adrian Lewis is only 30. Although he's been in the game, it seems an awful long time. In dart player terms, he's possibly only just coming into his prime. You know, you get to that stage where, you know, instead of being just relying on your flair, as Ryder kicks in with the first 180 of the match. Instead of just relying on your flair, you learn with experience how to grind results out. And perhaps that's where AD has lost tournaments that he should have perhaps won. So maybe we haven't seen the best of AD Lewis.
Well, good player, Ryder. You may remember at the World Championships
45.
this year, had a brilliant victory over Justin Pipe in the opening round before eventually losing to Terry Jenkins. But
140.
Ryder and David Platt, who we'll see later on against Michael van Gerwen, have dominated the Australian Grand Prix scene in 2015. Just 4 points separating Ryder and Platt in their order of merit.
60.
The winner of that order of merit, with 3 events to go, clinches a place at the World Championship. So a lot to play for Ryder.
120.
Playing well, isn't he, Adrian Lewis? Certainly scoring exceptionally well. Don't forget, Ryder's hit a maximum in this leg, and Lewis very much in control of it.
44. Adrian, you recall
Again, after 9 darts, AD Lewis is only looking at 101. Come down for the 19s. Well, treble 10 now will set it up perfectly, which it does. Could be coming back to another 13 dart leg. 116 average at the moment, Adrian Lewis. It'll be interesting because we see AD do this so many times and then just go off the board a little bit, perhaps in leg 4 and 5. It'd be lovely to see him, you know, really keep this performance up for the whole of this match.
Great shot, great dart. 2-0 it is. Lewis is the first to admit that his Achilles heel has been, he switches off. It's a lack of concentration sometimes in the middle of matches, which affects him and sometimes hurts him when it comes to the big games. But an immense talent, already in control, and dare we already start thinking of Gary Anderson against Adrian Lewis in the quarterfinals here in Perth on Saturday.
Well, that's mouth-watering. Right off Ryder too much, because we have seen this man play darts in the Ali Pally stage and here in Australia a number of times, and at this type of ability anything can happen. But Lewis, as you said, Stuart,
60.
does tend to go off the boil a little bit.
Well, we talked about Gary Anderson and how he makes it look so easy, effortless almost.
100.
Anderson, Adrian Lewis and Michael van Gerwen, probably the 3 with the most natural talent in the world of darts. And
well, you go back a little bit further, you know, you put Jockey Wilson in that category, and you put them in Jockey Wilson's category.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and it is, let's be totally brutally honest, the flair players are the ones you want to watch, to be quite honest. It's not to say that we don't like watching the others, but they just give it that extra bit of entertainment.
55. Adrian, you require 125.
Possible exhibition shot here. Well, went for the triple. That's okay. Treble 16 maybe for Adrian Lewis. The reason that he didn't go for the 1-2-5 checkout. Was Ryder back on 192, but it should be 3-0 for Lewis here, you would think.
140.
We've got choices here. 8 for tops, 16 for double. 8 for tops it is. Well, that's great adjustment. The first dart was so far away. Second, right on the money. 3-0. And Lewis already in control. At the moment, the Australian qualifiers are being taught a real darting lesson by the top professionals. If you are just joining us, the opening night of the third event of the 2015 World Series of Darts here in Perth. The Perth Darts Masters, Gary Anderson, a 6-0 winner over Kim Lewis, and James Wade dropping just one leg as he breezed past Adam Rowe in the opening game. And Adrian Lewis already seemingly a man in a hurry. Five 140s already in 4 legs. Not hit a maximum, but that's okay. The scoring has been exceptional so far, Lewis.
Yes, in that last leg, it kind of answered one of the questions, because the double top, you know, perhaps before he would have missed the double top and let his opponent in, but he didn't. He pins the double top.
121.
Took the 3-0 lead, because 2-1. Ross Ryder really has got a chance, but Adrian Lewis here after 9 darts on 144, 103 average. Pretty tidy stuff from the world champion at the moment.
And you go 144.
A chance here for Ryder.
92. Well, you require 80.
Hasn't yet had a dart and a double. That's a great dart. Confident dart to lead double 10. Just use the barrel, kiss the barrel, and then it goes. But well, I wonder with those misses, is any chance Loz Ryder had of getting back in this game? Have they gone? Well, they have now. That's 4-0. Adrian Lewis in total control here in Perth on the opening night.
Well, Lost Ryder, you know, he put himself in a good position to win that leg.
43.
2 darts at the double 10, and you just can't afford to let the professionals off. That's where they make their money. That's why they're here. They are the best in the world. Of course, Lewis, world champion, under his belt, beside his name, however you'd like to express it, but it's certainly impressive start to the tournament for Lewis.
Well, that should be some quarter-final. Lewis against Gary Anderson.
55.
Yeah, I think Ryder will be disappointed. Originally from Derby in the UK, emigrated to Perth some 15 years
42.
ago. He and David Platt been so dominant on the Australian dart scene this year.
140.
Well, another chance for Lost Ryder to get himself to a double, down to a double first. Oh, he's hit the trouble with the last dart, so make dart at the bullseye when he returns. May not need to have to go to
60.
the bullseye route. So he's got two options. He could go the treble 20-11 ball, but with Lewis not on a double. He's taken that out of the equation.
42.
Now that's a bad miss. Missing that big number has cost him an extra dart at a double.
58.
Well, he missed 2 darts at the double 10 for the 80 in the previous leg. He's now going to get at least 1 dart at a double. That's going to be 2 this time at double 11.
Well, never looked likely, never looked confident. Will he be back to try and win his opening leg? Bullseye for Lewis. Brilliant, Adrian Lewis! 1, 2, 3 on the ball. 1 leg away. Lewis superbly into a 5-0 lead.
Yes, exceptional stuff from Adrian Lewis, although his average has come down to just on the 94. And lost Ryder, the last 2 legs. 2 darts missed at a double in both those legs.
57.
So he's only got to win those 2 legs, and he is sitting pretty still in the game. Admittedly 3-2 down, but certainly that would be a lot better than the 5-0. And Lewis, he's had a little bit of a blip, as we said he would, Stu, in the last 2 legs. I mean, he got out the gate exceptionally fast and put the frighteners on Ryder, but he just hasn't
63.
carried on. And as you move forward in the tournament, you're going to take on players with the same ability. He's just going to have to tighten up. However, on saying that, again, as we say so often, getting over that first game is the all-important thing. He'll be happy with a 5-0, a 6-0 or 6-1 win, walk in that practice room, and
140.
have a little smile. Another 5 players, another 5 seeds.
$140. 57.
Ryder has had his chances. He's missed 4 darts at double. He should get another one now.
It's going to be 3 legs on the trot now. That lost Ryder. He's going to have 2 darts at the double.
58.
He finally put a leg on the board. 18 for double top. Double tops it is.
Well done. Strike 1 for Ryder. A little smile, but much relief. He would have been embarrassed if he'd been whitewashed, but finally gets a leg on the board. But the end surely isn't too far away. Adrian Lewis throwing for the match.
The thing about this game is when you're 5-1 down to Adrian Lewis and he only wanted 1 more leg, you know sooner or later he's going to rock up and throw a 12 dart, because that's what he does. That's the ability of this young man. We've watched him for a good number of years. The one thing he did do very well, the first 3 legs got out the gate. Exceptional average, good percentage on doubles, which he still has at 56%. And that 1, 2, 3, I think
59.
was the telling check out after Ryder had 2 darts at the double.
$140.
Coming to his own a little, isn't he, Loz Ryder?
60.
As you say, Adrian Lewis had just switched off. Well, he will win from here, surely he will win from here, but that's what we said in Sydney 12 months
60.
ago, when Michael Van Gerwen was 5-1 up on Kiwi Warren Parry and lost 6-5. Incredible night, incredible result.
Those you require 120.
So 120 to stay in it, Loz Ryder.
60. Adrian, you require 46.
For the match, Topsy needs
6. Laurence, you require
Careless.
60.
Ryder again for the fourth leg on the trot. 2 darts to the double. Can he stay in the match? Oh, he
20.
can't. He allows Lewis to come back to the board, and
Adrian,
surely
you
this
require
time
40.
Adrian Lewis will close this game out. Now down to the 10s. Doesn't want to split this.
Game, shot,
Well,
and a match.
Adrian Lewis
Adrian
started
Lewis.
like a train, lost a little focus as the game went on, but still far too good for the Aussie number 1 Laurence Ryder. It'll be Adrian Lewis and Gary Anderson in the quarter-final here in Perth. Coming up next, it's the number 1 seed